Hours after Chris Watts, a husband and father, made a plea for his missing wife and daughter's safe return,
I want those kids back so bad.
police now consider him a suspect.
He said when he left, she was in bed sleeping. It's kind of odd nothing's on the bed.
Authorities say his story just doesn't add up.
What happened when a coroner looks and said it sees your fingerprints on her neck? I was scared. I didn't know what else to do. Scared of what? Scared of what everything was going to look like. This was a nightmare. Yeah.
You did not pass the polygraph test, so now we need to talk about what actually happened.
They say it's very clear you were deceptive to us, Chris.
Let us find your little girls so that they're not out there somewhere.
This is my flesh and blood. This is like what I wanted all my life.
I promise you, when you start talking to us, you will feel better. You gotta help me.
Chris, we're giving you a lifeline right now. You need to take it. You need to reach out and take it.
Tammy Lee and then Agent Coder from the FBI interrogated Chris a little bit further. And Tammy wouldn't let up on him. She continued to say that the polygraph, you failed the polygraph, you might as well come clean right now.
They were at the house when I left. They were there.
They weren't there. They didn't leave. They vanished.
They were
The
there.
only way they could have left is in your truck.
There's no way, because, like, I didn't just throw them in my truck.
The night the event took place, there's a few little spotlights that are outside, but you can barely see what he was up to.
Chris is seen backing his truck up into the family's driveway. And there he is seen loading something into the back seat of the truck. And then he drives out to a remote location in Weld County.
You know your truck has GPS,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You know that thing pings every 10 seconds?
Yep.
So we will know exactly where you went.
It painted a very clear map from his house out to Survey 319 in the oil location where Chris normally works.
He was backed up to the wall pretty much the entire time and he didn't even know it.
Can I talk to my dad or something? Absolutely. Come. Do you want to bring him in here? He flew across the country. If we brought your dad in here, would you please tell him what happened?
Ronnie and Cindy Watts are the parents of Christopher Watts. Cindy and Ronnie explained to me that they had actually been in direct communication with law enforcement, that Ronnie had flown to Colorado after speaking to Chris.
Polygraph. Failed it. Yeah, because there's too much emotions. So, I mean, they're not going to let me go. She heard him? Yeah. And well, no, not her. You're a girl. One, she smelled it. Or choking. She freaked out over the separation of everything. I heard like a little commotion upstairs, but I didn't think anything of it. Mm-hmm. And then we went back upstairs and she was there. I could see like she was about choking her or did she kill her? They're blue. Both of them. Yeah. She choked both of them to death. I freaked out in the same thing.
What is being said is painful. It's hard to process.
So when did you order the bodies off or something? I didn't know what to do. So she killed both CC and Bill, choked them to death. You lost it and choke her or? That's rage. I hadn't.
The disbelief on Ronnie's face says it all. Here he's having to listen to his son admit to murdering his daughter-in-law. But at the same time, he's having to console him because he believes that his son is also the victim here because he believes Chris, his daughters, were killed by Shanann.
Married and something, or nice. That's what I feel horrible about. They're in a freaking oil tank. Didn't know what else to do. These guys, they give me for it.
This is the story that Chris first gave up, and investigators used it as a stepping stone to lead to what actually did happen.
Ronnie left and was under the impression that the information that he and his son had discussed was confirmed.
Within minutes of him admitting that he killed Shanann, they already had a printout diagram of the location where he disposed of his loved ones' bodies.
That looks familiar to you? What is that?
It's the EPRC Surgery 319.
Okay. Whereabouts is Shanann and the girls? The S for Shanann. Okay. And where are the girls at?
Mm-hmm.
In these?
Mm-hmm.
And Chris pointed to, he actually marked with letters, you know, B for Bella and C for Celeste and S for Shanann, where exactly he disposed of their bodies.
Are they in the tanks? Can somebody who doesn't know what they're doing open those? Okay, it's easy to open.
What's in the tank?
It's a mixture of oil and water.
So do you want someone to find them?
I didn't know what else to do. I didn't. That was the location I was going out to that morning.
Anyway.
And that's, I didn't know what else to do.
So you weren't thinking that far ahead?
No.
Okay.
They were already out on the scene because they knew the GPS took them there. A team of investigators moved in with the tough task of having to retrieve the bodies. Shanann's body was relatively simple to retrieve because it was only under some dirt. Getting Bella and Celeste out of those tanks was much more of a challenge than anyone expected. They knew that they were in the tanks, and the only way to get them out from an opening is to drain the tanks of the oil and then pull the children out from the base. There's a lot of investigators whose lives were forever changed by this incident.
How do you look at those babies and put them into an oil tank? It does not seem like something a human being could do.
After Chris is arrested and booked into the Weld County Jail, the case progresses very quickly. There was a line out the courtroom door, down the hall, and around the corner of people wanting to see him sentenced for the actions he confessed to doing.
This was the case that people wanted a punishment for.